Jahmyr Gibbs, drafted in the first round, pick 12 out of Alabama. Guys, thoughts on Jahmyr Gibbs?
Great hands, explosive player. Size-wise is a little bit smaller, but very much built like DeAndre Swift without the injury history, right? I mean, he is going to be used out of the backfield a lot. He's not going to be as productive between the tackles, right? Like you're going to see him get out in space. My guess is they're going to move him around a little bit. You'll see him line up, in special packages in the slot outside, try and create some mismatches and use his route running and footwork to create space and separation. But he is not alone in this backfield, as we will see here momentarily. So while he is a good dynasty asset, generally I'd like him as a flex in a perfect world. Now, in some leagues, that's just not happening, right? Underdog best ball rankings have him RB 14. So very close, and going at pick 40.7, so 40-41. So that gets you into the front half of that third round there in 12-team leagues. Most of the time, I'm probably going to be looking at other situations. Travis Etienne's right there. Najee Harris is just in front of him. You kind of switch over and you start looking at the wide receiver position. Keenan Allen, Jerry Jeudy. I understand why Gibbs is kind of a popular pick right there, because you feel like you're breaking a tier at wide receiver, right? More often than not, I think I would try and pivot a little bit, because if you wait further down, you can get like a Dameon Pierce who's going to dominate the backfield. In Houston, you can wait and get a Madison.
Aaron Jones.
Madison, yeah, Aaron Jones. So there's some other players that I think I like more just because they have developed experience and a sure role in that offense, right? He is a rookie. We're trying to figure how that works out. And right, wrong, or indifferent, if you're looking to go deep in the fantasy playoffs, the rookie wall for running backs is a real thing, guys. Time and time again, we see it. So Gibbs might be a good play. You might like him through the first 8, 9, maybe even 10 weeks of the season. But he is a player based off of history and tendencies that you would want to look to flip right before your trade deadline.
In the fourth round, I'm kind of okay depending on what I've done with my, first 2-3 picks. If I've gone, running back, receiver, and then Jahmyr Gibbs would be a nice complement back, second running back there. I don't know that he finishes where he's being drafted right now at RB 15. I feel like that might be a little high, but you never know, with what Detroit does. He is, as you mentioned, Kevin, a really good pass catcher, and he does have the king of the dump off pass playing quarterback, at least for now, there in Detroit. So that could be some more beneficial upside to his value.
I think that the way that this offense is going to work is we're going to see very similar split as to what we saw between Swift and Jamal Williams last year, right? Gibbs will be a guy that they'll get some run, they'll get him out there, they'll get him passing work, they'll find a way to utilize his skill set in this offense. But the 5 zone, the 10 zone work, that's David Montgomery's job. And David Montgomery has established himself as a between the tackles thumper that can pick up, fall forward, can get you yards, and has a nose for the end zone, even on a much improved offensive line. So I think there's another running back on this team that I'd rather have over Gibbs. So Gibbs is not going to be a guy that I'm going to be drafting outside of rookie drafts.